It's a list of stupid idiots, and all of you are on it. You know what's gonna happen?
Do it, Chris.
You just made the list!
I'm already on the stupid list.
Oh, yeah, well, you're on the list again! You just made the list again! Hey, hold on a second. I told you to shoot me from this side, okay? This is my better angle. You know what? You're a pretty weird-looking guy, you know that? You know what happens to weird-looking guys?
Do it. Do it, Chris.
You know what happens to weird-looking guys? You just made the list! Oh. What the hell is that? Something unfathomable has happened, something that could change the very course of the WWE. Somebody has stolen the list of Jericho. I want the list!
What? I saw somebody with the list, someone with the list.
You saw the list?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you see the list?
It's around the corner over there.
Right over here?
Yes, sir.
Hi. Can you give me the list? Can you give me the list, please? You know what happens when you touch my personal property, don't you? Huh? You just made the list!
You're the best friend ever, Kevin.
Hey guys, this is Chase. I'm that guy with the gloves, and today we are going to drink it in, man, because we are going to take a look at the Ringside Collectibles exclusive List of Jericho, Chris Jericho action figure. You can get this at Ringside Collectibles or WrestlingFigures.com. Is this Chris Jericho figure really the gift of Jericho? Or was I a stupid idiot for purchasing it? Let's go over the details. If you're a mint on card collector, this is an absolute must purchase. The detailing on here is just ridiculous. The front of it, you can clearly see Chris Jericho and the list. It's got his pattern from one of his jackets, the light up accessories, the little LED lights and diamonds and studs and all sorts of things on it. Looks pretty damn cool. The backer card has the List of Jericho with the WWE logo. The packaging on here is a little bit different too. The card style, I really like how this is. It's got a clipboard attached to the back of it. So, when you flip it around, you do see a nice side profile picture of Chris Jericho, looking disapprovingly as always. And on the back it has the List of Jericho, with a couple little Easter eggs on there, and a pretty funny little drawing of Chris Jericho. That's really cool. I like that a lot. The detailing on this packaging is amazing. Again, I think this is worth the purchase alone. Getting into the figure though, this is probably my favorite Chris Jericho figure Mattel has done so far. This just looks exactly like Chris Jericho. Getting up close and personal with the face sculpt, you gotta look at this, man. To me, this looks exactly like Jericho. The facial hair is spot on, the expression, the way they did his eyebrows. The hair looks just really nice, very well done. It's got that faux hawk thing that he's got going on, and I really like it. I see so much of Chris Jericho in this figure. Mattel didn't go overboard with the paint. The face of Jericho. Jericho sports his trademark scarf that I know Vince McMahon hates. Love the way it looks. It's super long, goes all the way down to his trunks. Got the fringe at the bottom. All the folds and everything look really nice. Sadly, Jericho is missing a bunch of his tattoos because they are trademarked, so you don't get any of that. The only thing you get is the F right there for Fozzy. So that's a bit disappointing. Maybe Mattel should just create some like stock tattoos to put on these guys. I don't know. The List of Jericho finally makes its debut in Mattel action figure form, and it's a pretty cool accessory. I do like it. It's actually flexible. It's not made of hard plastic. I don't know why they decided to make it like that. It is big and bulky, which I think is pretty good because this could also double as a weapon. It's got the clipboard attachment here. Sadly, it has no paper on this thing, which I think was a major letdown. Sad because you can't add paper to it at all. Like this thing here, this is a Barbie clipboard that I've been using for my Chris Jericho for his own little list. And this actually has something on here that you can remove, and you could attach your own piece of paper to it. So it's kind of weird to see Mattel, who made this accessory and made this one, didn't think to do the same thing. Oh well. And you can't add names to the list of Jericho without a pen. Okay, seriously, we're gonna get adults here. This pen is so huge and bulky, it looks like a sex toy. I'm sorry, it does. I handed this figure to my friend that was over watching Friday the 13th with me. We're doing a movie marathon. And I said, what does this pen look like to you? He goes, it looks like a dildo. And I'm sorry, guys, it does. This looks like a sex toy. The pen does fit in Chris Jericho's hand easy enough, but come on, guys. I'm sorry, it just... This is, seriously, Mattel, you guys should really try doing alternate heads and alternate hands for your figures. You guys have really fallen behind on the times when it comes to current action figures. I love the Mattel figures, but I want to see you step it up a little bit. Try doing something new. Try making alternate hands and alternate heads for the Mattel figures. I know you can do it. If Hasbro can do it, if NECA could do it, you guys could do it. Point being, you guys should have instead made a hand that has the pen sculpted into it. So that way, it looks like a normal size pen for Chris Jericho to write. On another note, why the hell did you give him a closed fist when he should have another open hand to hold the list of Jericho? Because you have to do this thing where you have to have his wrist bent inward in order to hold the list and have his joint doing the bicep pose. You guys could have made it to where he had a hand like this, so he could put the list of Jericho in there. Man, I don't get it, Mattel. Come on, step it up. Otherwise, you know what happens? You know what happens when you don't step it up, Mattel? You know what happens when you don't get with the times, man? You know what happens, Bill? You know what happens, Baldy?
You just made the list!
Like I said, this is my favorite Chris Jericho that Mattel has done so far. It's one of the best Ringside Collectibles exclusives. I think it's a lot better than the one that was just shown off at Comic-Con, which I will have my thoughts on in a few days. Alright guys, this was Chase from Burnout Inc. Buy this figure, otherwise, you know what's going to happen? That's right. See you next time.